Hello and welcome to Lutherans Alive. My name is Gregory Held, and this is the program that brings you the story of Lutheran Christians and their ministries in southwestern Pennsylvania. With us today is Faye Morgan. Faye, welcome.
Thank you.
Faye is here representing the North Hills Community Outreach and is also a member with her husband, Pastor Blair Morgan of Christ Lutheran Church in Millvale.
That's correct.
Thanks so much for being here, Faye.
My pleasure.
You've been with us before. This is not the first time we've had you on the program, and we're very pleased to hear about all the good things that North Hills Community Outreach was up to. And of course, while some foci may change, still a lot of good things going on, right?
Absolutely. We're always trying to respond to the community need that's out there.
And you've been related to the community outreach how long now?
I've actually been there 17 years, so it's a pretty long tenure for our line of work. But I really enjoy getting up every day and knowing that I'm, serving God and loving my neighbor as myself.
Well, of course, that's one of the major themes that we like to hold up on Lutherans Alive, is that our Christian faith is at the heart and behind many of the ministries and the activities that people undertake. I know you've got some specific emphases that you'd like to share with our viewing audience today. So why don't we just go ahead and jump into one of them during our first segment here.
Sure. Well, I think I'd like the audience to be aware of the increased need that there is for food pantries everywhere. No matter where your congregation is located, there's going to be a local food pantry that serves families in need. And we're responsible for the food pantry in the Allison Park area that serves Hampton, McCandless, Ross, and Shaler, and then also for the food pantry that's in the North Boroughs area, so that's like Avonworth, Emsworth, and Bellevue.
Okay.
And we've seen a dramatic increase in the number of families coming and asking for food due to losing a job or having hours cut, having benefits cut, that sort of thing.
I think between presidential elections, economic downturns, banking industry crises, many people are aware that the needs have really multiplied in so many areas, and we're no exception, are we?
We are definitely not an exception, and we get a lot of people coming for food and also for utility help. The utility companies right now, they will not shut you off in the middle of winter. And sometimes it's a blessing and it's a curse, because then the bill just keeps getting higher and higher. And then as soon as April 1st is here, then they can shut everybody off, and they typically do. And then people are left with no utilities at that time and a very, very high bill. So
yeah, I think a lot of people might not be sensitive to those thresholds when they come. That might be a wave of people who have needs that are coming all at once.
Right. So that's our role, is to be there in the community and to take the time and talent and funds that people want to contribute to help a neighbor, and to get it out in a way that's compassionate, but that also shows good stewardship. We work very hard at that, to be good stewards of every dollar that's donated.
What's the process, Faye? What's required for someone who's had that kind of an experience of losing utilities and such? How do they get connected, find a way to be able to move beyond that?
Yeah, a really good way is just to call us and explain your situation, and we'll see what we can do. A lot of our programs are just for northern Allegheny County residents, but we also have some programs that serve the whole county. And we have 3 locations that are hopefully convenient for people. They're all on bus lines. One is in Hampton. We're on the property of St. Paul's United Methodist Church there for $1 a year. And then in Millvale, we're in the Millvale Community Center, thanks to the Borough of Millvale, for $1 a year. And then we're also in the Allegheny General Hospital Suburban Campus location that's in Bellevue. That's for $1 a month. So, but we still think we're getting a good deal. But we really appreciate being located there in the hospital, and all these 3 partners that give us our space basically for free. And that's what allows, when people send us $10, $20, it's not going for rent, for our rent. It might be going to help somebody keep from being evicted.
Yeah. Well, I think it is a good thing to have multiple sites that are going to be a bit more convenient for folks who are already having financial difficulties, that may also, of course, have transportation challenges as well. Like you say, I think it's important that they are on a bus line so that folks can get there. I think we'll do our best in today's program to get the phone numbers, sites, and those kinds of things on the screen so that people have a way to get that information as easily as possible.
That'll be fantastic, because we want people to be able to reach us. That's what we're here for. And you never sort of know when you're going to be the person who's helping or the one that needs help. We hear that all the time, that I've helped all my life, and it's really hard maybe to accept the help, but that's really what it takes. We're all in this together, and we try not to have a clear demarcation like you're the one helping and you're the one being helped. We have a lot of our volunteers are actually people that either are currently receiving help or have received help in the past.
That's been my experience, is that it's precisely those people who have had a need and been helped who understand the blessing and the benefit when they're able to help someone else, or vice versa. You never know in which order those things will come to you in life, but they come nevertheless.
Every community needs a safety net, some place to go when you fall on hard times. We have a lot of people that have severe illness, that's running up a big medical bill for them. And, that's something you can't necessarily always plan for, the hugeness of that. Everybody's prepared for the sniffles or, the flu, but if you have a catastrophic illness, it's sort of hard to plan for all of the eventualities that occur.
I guess in the organization like North Hills Community Outreach, there are a lot of ways that you're trying to be connected with resources and helping to connect those resources with the people who need it. How much of a challenge is it to be interpreting for people what you have available, what the community outreach can do, and keeping that information out there and current in the community?
Yes, that's always a challenge to get our message out. We did a little survey one time, and I think 84% of people in northern Allegheny County had heard of our name, but only 24% actually knew what we did. So it's always a challenge, but we have a lot of good congregational support, and that's a way we reach a lot of people. We send out what we call bulletin blurbs, and we ask the congregations to put those in. And we're always open to going out to speak to congregations or having them come on site and see what we do. Perry Highway Lutheran just selected us as their charity that they're going to focus on for 2010, so we're very, very happy about that. And the Lutheran congregations really are very, very supportive. Maybe that's because I'm Lutheran. I don't know, but we have a real strong supportive tie there that I really appreciate.
Yeah. We are at the point where we need to take our first break for today's program, but when we come back, I'd like to talk at least a little bit more about that kind of ecumenical nature of the work of the community outreach. We'll be back.